Hi, I'm Carlee with Kids First. Today I have the honor of speaking with Brian Baugh, director of the film Finding You, plus Reid and Jedidiah Goodacre, actors in the film. Finding You is based on the novel There You'll Find Me by Jenny B. Jones. Brian Baugh is known for directing The World We Make and I'm Not Ashamed, plus others. Reid plays musician Finley Sinclair in Finding You and is known for her performances in A Welcome Home Christmas and The World We Make and many more. Jedidiah Goodacre plays actor Beckett Rush and is known for his performances in Descendants, Legacies, and The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, plus others. Welcome, Mr. Baugh, Miss Reid, and Mr. Goodacre. Let's talk about your new film, Finding You. So can you tell us a little about your character, Beckett, and ways he is similar and different from you?
Hey, Carlee. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Beckett Rush, as I play in the film, is there's a lot of similarities and a lot of differences between the two of us. Similar things. I think we are definitely have the same sense of humor. We're kind of sarcastic guys, and we hide behind our jokes and maybe a little bit of our charm. I don't know if I have as much as Beckett, but yeah, so I felt very similar to him in that way. And like, when I was younger, around his age, I was, definitely wrestling with, what do I want to do with my life and stuff? And am I making the right decision to do what I'm doing now? And I ended up changing course, kind of like, whatever, I don't want to give anything away. So I ended up changing course in my own life. So there's a lot of similarities. But I've definitely never dealt with like the level of fame that he has to deal with and stuff like that, like getting stopped at the airport and like nobody knows who I am. I could walk around with my name printed on my shirt and everyone would be like, what? They'd have trouble reading it. So that was something I had to, but I've worked with a lot of people that like in the Descendants franchise, a lot of those young actors were huge stars, so they had to deal with a lot of that. So I kind of just, drew off of what, I saw them deal with it. So yeah.
Yes, after watching, Beckett is probably one of my favorite characters now, and I do remember you from Descendants.
Thank you so much for saying that, Carlee.
Yeah, I was really excited to meet you.
Yeah, this would have been so much nicer to have met you in person, but this will do. Yes.
So what was it like working on the scenes with special effects?
Oh, the special effects were like awesome, so cool. The movie within the movie where I'm playing Steel Markov and I'd fight dragons and it was the knight in shining armor. It was so cool. Like the explosions were real. They weren't real rocks. They were like, big giant pieces of foam, but they were flying across the thing. And like, I had to dodge them really. And like the fire that flies by my face is real fire and it's really hot. And
wow.
So it was really fun. I had so much fun doing that. Because yeah, I enjoy that stuff. So yeah, it was really cool. They did a great job doing it. So
yeah, it must have been so much fun to film and then to see it all put together at the end.
Yeah. I haven't actually. I don't think I've seen the final cut. I've seen pieces of it and stuff, but I think I'll be just like you guys in the theater when on May 14th.
Yeah. Well, thanks for speaking with me today.
Absolutely, Carlee. Thank you so much for talking to me. Have a great rest of your day.
Hi, I'm Carlee with Kids First. So can you tell us about your audition for this role and what drew you to it?
Yeah, so I had already kind of worked with one of the producers, and I'd already worked with the director who directed this film, Brian Baugh. So when I heard about the project and I knew that they were attached and everything, I knew I wanted to be a part of it because I actually read this book when I was a kid. So, or when I was a teenager. I loved it. It was amazing. Fell in love with Beckett. The process was so easy and so much fun. And I loved being able to kind of meet Jedidiah before we started filming, which was so nice. And we kind of got to like work on our chemistry beforehand. And yeah, I'm so honored to have been a part of a project that I literally read about when I was a kid.
Yes, that seems so cool to read about it and then one day become the character. You played an excellent character, and I loved how she was so sweet.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, you know, I most loved Finley and Mrs. Sweeney's relationship. I loved how they had this great friendship there that a lot of people don't really get to experience, and how they really helped each other.
Yeah, exactly. How did you prepare for the scenes where you play the violin?
I actually did not know how to play the violin before we started filming this. So I would practice for hours and hours and hours with a violin coach until I felt that, or until she felt that it looked good enough to be on screen. And hopefully we did the instrument justice. It's such a difficult instrument, and I'm nowhere near proficient. I don't even think I could remember the few songs that I did play. But I have so much respect for the people who can play this instrument because it's so difficult.
That's so cool how you learned how to play the violin just for this part. That's really dedicated.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So what was the biggest challenge about taking on this role?
I think balancing all of the different relationships and the different things that Finley kind of has to overcome. She has a lot of anxiety. She has a lot of pressure on her from failing her first audition and having to audition again. And then, you know, she has this relationship with Mrs. Sweeney and this relationship with Beckett. And she's also kind of dealing with the loss of her brother and so many other things. And it was just difficult to find time and to do justice to all of those little storylines and all of those little nuances that Finley was kind of dealing with, and the difficulties that she was going through. But, you know, Brian Baugh, the director, did an absolutely amazing job helping me kind of develop that character and understand what was going to be featured and what wasn't, and kind of weaving those storylines in throughout.
Yes, the storyline was amazing, and it definitely showed how much the character grew as a person as well. Thank
Yeah,
you
definitely.
for talking to me.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much, Carlee.
So, Mr. Baugh, what was it about the novel There You'll Find Me that made you want to bring it to life?
Oh, thanks. You have to call me Brian too, especially for the kids.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh man, I liked all the characters in the novel, and I like this idea, obviously, of what it would be like if a young woman fell for a movie star. So I think that is really a fun and interesting scenario. And also getting to shoot in Ireland was also a big draw.
Yes, now I want to go visit there. It was so nicely done.
Oh, good. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, you think kids will like it? Your audience?
Definitely.
Great.
Can you tell us about the locations you filmed at and why you chose them?
Sure. We were just trying to get some of the most interesting and beautiful parts of Ireland. So we were treating it as if we were Finley's character and seeing it for the first time. And where would we want to go and see? So we looked for castles and awesome little villages. And we found this incredible small town that was perfect for what we wanted to do called Carlingford. And then we also got to visit some of the great tourist sites like the Cliffs of Moher that are actually on the other side of the country, on the west side. And so that was great to get to go over there. So we were just looking for pretty spots.
Yes, I could tell. They're all so pretty. And I loved the one where it was like overlooking the ocean.
Yeah. That's like their big national park over there called the Cliffs of Moher.
Well, I'm definitely gonna have to visit there now.
Yeah, you gotta go. You got your green shirt. You're ready to go over.
Yeah. So music plays an important part in this story. Can you tell us about how the music choices will affect the viewer's experience for this film?
Yeah, I hope it'll just make them smile and make them want to tap their feet and dance around, because that's what it did to us. But yeah, a big part of the reason for wanting to do this was getting to explore the music. We know about the classical that Finley's in and the Irish influence stuff, but that was real fun to be able to work with those musicians and the composers to pull that off.
I loved all the music. I liked how it was so upbeat and it just made you feel like so happy.
Well, I'm so glad. That's what we were trying to do. We know it's been a tough year for people, so you can go to this movie and smile and have some fun.
Yeah. What's a fun memory you can share from your time with the cast and the crew?
Oh man, we the cast and crew. There was this one pub owner that in that small town that literally handed the keys to the actors and the crew, and they would let him stay there all night. And so everyone just had a great time hanging out after the shoot and celebrating the hard work at that pub. And there was a little tradition. It was all jumping in the water in the morning, so every once in a while. And it was not warm, let me tell you.
That sounds like so much fun. Like a cool experience to have.
Yep, it really definitely was. It was a great group of people.
Well, thank you for speaking with me today.
Yeah, awesome. Well,
It was
hopefully,
fun.
yeah, it was fun to talk to you. Good job doing this show for your audience.
So much to Mr. Brian Baugh, Rose Reid, and Jedidiah Goodacre for speaking with me today. Finding You releases May 14th, 2021 in theaters. I'm Carlee with Kids First. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss any of our latest reviews or interviews. Bye!